Carl Harris, I curse the day you were born.
Damn.
I curse the day you were born, and I curse your future offspring.
First episode of the year, and this is where we're at. One of the
Coming
last
in
episodes
hot
of the season, and this is where we're at. Are we even doing an intro?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Highly Suspicious Podcast with Louie and Preston. My name is Louie.
My name's Preston.
We are reporting once again live from the Trap House. We're going to keep saying that, but the Trap House is about to move locations.
Yeah, it'll be a
once
trap
again.
home.
We're doing the last episode next week.
Yeah.
So this episode and the next episode are going to be the last episodes you hear from my Trap House. We were originally at Preston's for the first 3 seasons, and I think we did, 3 or 4 seasons here?
Yeah, it's been a while now.
And now we're going back to Preston's crib because he's got a whole
New
house, and we're going to have a
New
fucking
stu.
tricked out studio. We're going to have a studio entrance, so we're going to feel very
Exclusive.
professional and next level. And we're doing multiple mics next season at some
that's
point.
a goal for sure.
I don't really do New Year's resolutions.
No, but let's make.
But
you know,
the resolution is to keep getting better, to keep making the show better.
Keep growing. I do think that that's a good. I don't even know if that's a resolution. I think that's just a good intention to go into the year with.
Here's why New Year's resolutions are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Since that's what the show is about at the heart is
What?
Things that are stupid. That could be the description, and it would
be
perfectly
accurate.
describe what we are. But when you do New Year's resolution, you set these unattainable goals that are like, oh, I'm gonna be skinny this year. I'm gonna eat healthy this year. And so literally the first week of January, which is kind of why I've been avoiding the pool, you see everyone's working out, everyone's jogging, everyone's, doing shit for the first week of January. And then they have one day where they slip, and then they're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And then they don't try to pick it up because the year has already been lost.
I was about to say, I think that's why they're stupid. Because if you break it, it's like, well, I broke it. And a lot of people just kind of will stop there and choose to just say, fuck
That's
it.
the thing.
Next year. That shows how important it is to you. If you're willing to be, lenient with your own rules. Because really, it's just you're making up rules for yourself for the new year. You're just saying, I'm going to do this less. I'm going to do this more.
The thing is, every diet has a cheat day. Every worker outer has a rest day.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it's a personal goal, it's like, okay, my goal is to lose, this much weight.
Yeah.
It's not a resolution.
Well, that's a wrong way to think about health as well.
Yeah, for sure. That's a whole different, but yes, for sure.
That's a big old can of worms right there, is really that's unrealistic from the get.
Let's not even open that can of worms right now.
Yeah, that's true.
That is a whole episode on its own, and I have things to talk about today.
I'm waiting for the day that we just have, a doctor on here, and we're spitting all of our crazy theories and shit at them.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting for the day that the sun explodes, but that's just me.
Ready to get a tan?
So you all don't know this, but our last record date was,
Last
3
year.
weeks ago? It might have been 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because, it's been a long fucking time. So, we're back. We're back at it for at least a couple episodes before we take a break. Partially because I fucked up the algorithm, partially because it's about that time.
About that time to take a break anyway. Come back at it fresh.
For sure. So, you know how I want to start the show today? So, when I was in Florida, this story has a point, and this could turn into a 2-second thing, or it could be a 30-minute debate that could last the rest of the episode. So,
perfect content.
When I was in Florida, I met up with the homie Daigle, friend of the show. He used to live with him, and he told me the funniest story about how he has 2 bars of soap that he keeps in his shower.
Okay.
He has 1 soap for everything else, and he has he has a soap for and I quote, his balls in his butt.
Oh my god.
So the story was that my other roommate, who will not be named, all of my roommates have fucking been on this show at this point. They're not gonna fucking listen to this. Yeah. Which is why I can. If you are listening to this and you want me to tell you if it was you, I will tell you who it was. So, one roommate steals a bar of soap.
Okay.
He steals the butt and ball soap.
Nice.
And no one ever tells him. He doesn't ever tell. He just lets them. That's some devious shit to let somebody. So
I don't know if I believe soap can get dirty.
So that's the debate. I've heard people talk about this. I've heard discourse about this over the internet.
Right.
I think this is something that we all kind of think about, but
nobody's having that conversation, but god damn it, we're here to have that conversation.
Does soap get nasty? Do we need to wash soap?
I think if you drop that mug in some dirt or something that's gonna like stick to it because of the texture, that's dirty. But I think that the way that soap works, every time you use it, you're like using a layer of it. So at no point in time is that surface the same surface that you were using to wash yourself the day before.
The layer debate. Okay, I see where you're going.
Also, wash your body with your brain and work your way down.
I saw this one meme that was like, y'all be using the same soap for your face as you do your asshole, and
I don't use soap on my face.
And people are like, well, that's why you do the ass last.
Yeah.
And he was like, what about the next day? Would you use the soap again? And they were like, it forgets by the next day.
It forgets.
I almost could argue either side. I only have one bar of soap.
Okay, yeah. I think most people do.
But I think a lot of people like me might have some cognitive dissonance when it comes to it.
Ignorance is bliss, Louis.
But
there's nothing wrong with
here's the thing. This is almost like the is water wet debate.
I would agree.
Because you're literally using soap to clean yourself. And
why
would the cleaner not clean?
How could a cleaner get dirty?
Isn't that kind of strange?
Yes. I think that the broader aspect of this conversation is like, I think what's more normal than having 2 bars of soap, I think that's actually kind of just butted. To be like, I have to have 2 bars of soap. I think the capitalists got you. Is like, do you use a rag? I don't agree with washing your body directly with the bar of soap. That seems a little gross. I just use my hands. Like, I get soap on my hands. And I work my way down.
So that almost makes either side of the argument moot if you don't even use the soap to... You do use the soap to wash yourself, but you're not... It's not bar on ass.
Yeah,
bar on genital area.
Exactly.
And,
so a rag does the same thing, but in my mind, a rag gets dirty over time, too.
I feel like a rag would be nastier than a... But does that make sense that we think that a rag could get dirty?
Well, it's like it's collecting it because it's a surface that is like... So, like, you know, dust is just like your dead skin cells accumulated on surfaces. So if you're just using a rag, like, even if you're not thinking about other particles from your body, it is at least getting dead skin cells off of your body. So if you're using a rag, you're using it... Yeah, soap, I don't think soap...
How do we know?
Because it's like a wet surface.
The washcloth is a wet surface too.
But it's also porous. Like it'll absorb stuff.
It just slides right off there, huh?
Off the bar of soap. Soap is slippery. Maybe the germs just slip off.
That is a unarguable fact that soap is slippery. You ever drop the soap? Pause. And that shit be slipping all over the place. Pause. And you can't even pick it up off the floor. Pause. Let's move on.
Get a grip, Louie.
Fuck.
I think I just saw something earlier. I want to revisit. I think there was a time that I said I want to do an episode off of Reddit and you were like, I hate Reddit.
Yes. And?
I just want to go to the Louisville Reddit and see if there's any dumb shit we can talk about.
Oh, there is. I don't know if you'll see it or not. But
Can we talk about guns on New Year's?
yeah, it's pretty wild that people are just...
This is not the Wild West. There was a video of a couple of cops hanging out around like midnight on New Year's, just watching and taking a video of all the fucking guns going off in one of our areas of town.
How many people get slayed a year by fucking stray New Year's gunshots? I bet it's not zero.
It's
a non-zero
It's
number.
actually sad that you have to explain that gravity is real to motherfuckers. It's like, do you think that bullet is just going all the way to space and it's never going to come back down? Never going to just fucking shatter somebody's car window?
That's cartoon-ass logic. That's how I thought shit worked.
Literally. It goes real fast. It'll just fuck off. I mean, just seriously.
This is off of Louisville Hood News.
Oh, we love Louisville Hood
Shout
News.
out to DJ D. Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Is it DJ Ray Ray?
DJ Ray Ray.
Okay. Got it right. Okay.
Yeah.
A Christmas social media video now has one Louisville Metro Police Department lieutenant under internal investigation. The Facebook video included candy cane music and the caption, "Christmas coffee." This video shows a naked woman sitting on a kitchen counter drinking coffee, and then it shows Lieutenant Andrew Meyer step into the frame.
Yep.
He's butt-ass naked, too.
It's weirder the chick sitting on the fucking counter, honestly.
Yeah, it's like...
It's literally like a plumber's crack that is visible. And it's just like, what's the context? Where did they originally mean to post that video to?
The LMPD communication director has confirmed Meyer is now under investigation for the video, but would not comment any further.
It's even funnier because he used to be like the investigator for conduct.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So let's speculate on this. Let's do a little speculating. What is the possible backstory for this? Are they nudists? Is this is there a point to this that we're just missing out on? Because it is kind of stupid if it's a consenting man and a consenting woman.
Yeah. Taking
a really weird Christmas picture, and the point of it is saying, these people I'm going to get in trouble for this. I shouldn't get in trouble for this because I'm a consenting adult, and you don't see anything in this except, like you said, a fucking
butt cheek,
plumber's crack from the woman, and
a butt cheek.
Do we see anything from the dude? Oh yeah, you see the entire left butt cheek. Oh, you see crack too. You definitely see
the
crack
analysis. Play by play.
Let's do a play by play on this.
Oh my god. It's really just kind of
Do you think
funny. I think that's why people are reacting this way.
Do you think that they did mean to post on some other shit?
Yes.
What
the fact that there's a caption. The fact that there is a caption. I think that I bet that they're like swingers, and then they meant to post that on like some dating app for where swingers fucking meet. Or some group for swingers.
I would think that it would have to be an Instagram thing.
Maybe.
Because to accidentally be on Instagram and then post on Instagram and not just post on Instagram.
I thought it was on Facebook.
But... Oh, yeah. Yes.
Facebook's even worse because that's like where your family follows you. Instagram's where your friends follow you.
Good point. That's very true. So, yeah, it could be something like that. Maybe.
So I really think, because it's like, what the fuck else would you be doing?
Just posting that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
As an officer of the law.
What if they were meaning to post that to like a candy cane subreddit or like a Christmas subreddit? Maybe the point wasn't that they were naked. What if that was just a purely peripheral...
They weren't even thinking about it.
Yeah.
They're actually...
You didn't even realize it. When you've been naked so long,
that would be
in the natural state.
That would be butted as fuck. Didn't even realize it.
Christmas coffee.
Oh yeah, a bunch of places got mag barred recently.
What do you mean?
This is one of the fucking apartment building.
Oh my god.
That is insane.
By
that car's
Magbar?
halfway. No, Magbar just means a place got, like, a car drove into a wall. Or, like, through a door.
Because the car ran into Magbar?
Because a bunch of cars have run into Magbar.
Why? What is it about Magbar that makes it so attractive to cars?
It's magnet bar.
Oh.
They got a giant magnet in that bitch. It's for the insurance. It's actually just an insurance scheme.
They have a Breaking Bad Season 6 style electromagnet that they turn on, and it just sucks the nearest car.
That would be insane. I like this idea, though, for an insurance scheme, to literally just be like, what if I got the most powerful magnet I could? Put it near the door of my establishment, and then cause the car to run into the door.
Anything.
That actually is probably one of the most, like, terrifying things I could imagine experiencing. Is, like, having your car in drive or reverse on accident and just, like, going through, like, literally, like, imagine you're parked outside of a business and you're like, oh, I got it in reverse. And you're about to whip it out in reverse. Nope, drive. You go through the fucking place. Or, like, at my mom's first house, it was, like, there was clearly a garage there at some point. But there was no garage when we got there. Because there was an old lady that lived there. And she drove straight through that mug.
Damn.
And that's just like, imagine a whole garage coming down on top of you.
That's scary.
Because you just had your car in the wrong direction.
There's an irrational fear that I have that stems from, you remember when the dude who played Scotty in the Star Trek reboot died because his car, like, malfunctioned, and it was like, I guess I shouldn't say what car it is because I don't even remember, but he put it in park to, like, get his mail, and then the car just started creeping behind him and he didn't notice it, and he fucking got, like, pinned on the side
by the car.
And it was on some, like, freak accident shit.
That is some freak accident shit.
The car just kind of malfunctioned and fucked up.
And didn't go into...
So even when cars are stopped, even when the car's in park, I still kind of have trust issues with it.
There's this possibility.
The machinery.
Can't trust cars. Especially them self-driving ones. Let's see what new laws are going into effect this year.
Let's see if there's any good ones.
Anything we agree with? That'd be crazy.
Doubt.
We were talking about how...
Press X to doubt.
We were talking about how voting feels dirty.
You know how I am.
Politics is dirty.
You know how I am. Even if there's a law that says free booze will be given to residents of Kentucky named Louis Gregoire, I would still be like, no, I think that's wrong. I think that's stupid.
There's no way.
Politicians are probably racist.
Yeah.
This is probably a plan against me, trying to see my downfall.
Probably. That would be quite the downfall.
Is that in there?
Electric vehicle fee. Kentucky drivers with electric or hybrid vehicles will have to pay an annual ownership fee.
Why?
The state will make $120 per vehicle. It'll go towards the road fund. hybrid or electric motorcycle owners will pay $60 every year.
I don't even think that's a fucking thing. I don't even think that's an applicable thing. Do they mean like scooters?
I would doubt.
Because the scooters are the fucking electric ones, not fucking
There are some electric, like motorcycles.
I don't think
models.
I've seen a single electric motorcycle on the road. And if I have, I haven't owned it.
Actually, no, I've seen those before. It's
a whole scooter.
That one is more motorcycle shaped.
It's like a dirt bike.
That's
the most motorcycle looking one, but you want me to say something ignorant right now?
Oh my god. How ignorant?
Kind of ignorant. Not crazy ignorant, but hybrid is a stupid term because there's always going to be like a electric battery in every car, even if they... I mean, hybrid in what capacity? I mean, what they're saying is hybrid between electrical and gas powered. But that's already what the fuck it is.
It's not running off of the battery. The battery's used to start the vehicle, but the car's running off the engine.
Is that the difference, that on a hybrid the battery's actually helping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Power stuff.
Well, semantics.
Oh, is income tax getting lowered?
Fuck, I hope so. I'm just making too much money right now.
Yeah, it's going to decrease from 4.5% to 4%.
Hey, look at us.
It is unclear.
Thanks, Andy Bashir.
If the state will meet the requirements to continue lowering the income tax to 3.5 by 2025. That's their goal right now.
That's crazy.
To slowly decrease it to that. That would be awesome.
Where the fuck are they getting money from?
Because they're getting it from the EV owners. That's it.
That $120.
That's a lot of money for like all the hybrids.
For how few electric vehicles
there's a lot of hybrids though
are on the road in Kentucky, it's not that much.
I've been seeing more and more Teslas every day for the past.
With Teslas, I feel like you notice them because they're Teslas.
Yeah.
And at one point you didn't see as many of them.
Well, like some regular.
I still think that's probably like 1 in 50 vehicles on the road. And I feel like in Louisville would be where you see it the most because we have the most shit for it. You know, not as indicative to have a Tesla in bumfuck nowhere, Kentucky.
True. Yeah, this is kind of the only area that you're going to see that just because there's actually infrastructure for it.
All right. I'm going with something that I wanted to play on the show a long time ago, and I just haven't gotten to it.
But you working hard to find a man. You work on yourself, you work on your plans. But we working hard to work on the pants. Dog shit, I be shooting shots, baby, I don't miss. When I tell the truth, baby, that ain't it. You say it's me, but we both toxic. You want a nigga with $1 million or $1 billion. Want somebody that be really ballin', not affiliate. Well, that come with a price, no pun intent. You say you want a nigga that's gonna pay that rent. Don't cook, don't clean, cause you ain't no maid. Don't...
You just listened to Peleton by IDK. So, this is a Maryland rapper who used to be called JIDK, and I think he changed it because there became confusion because JID got really big. So, for there to be JID and JIDK, you see how that's kind of... But this came off of his record a couple years ago in 2021 called You See For Yourself.
Cool.
And to me, this is like a culmination of like a lot of the themes and stuff in the overall album. A lot of the album is talking about love and how, you know, generational problems kind of manifest itself in, you know, toxic relationships and a lot of...
Or just in the way that you handle relationships, too. Yeah.
And, again, this is a perfect culmination for that because, one, I hear influence in him.
Oh, totally.
As far as making a banger, but making it with lyrics.
Yeah, lyrically solid as fuck.
That, having a real, like, good concept baked in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is not like other rappers to me. I think just the way he's able to code this shit in here.
Oh, yeah.
With how good it sounds. I think it's fucking awesome. How do you feel about it?
I fucked with the Feel Good Ink Girl, you moving with gorillas.
Yeah, simple little line, but I like it.
But just like, I think that's a big thing that I like, is just like, even if it's not doing a bunch of heavy lifting for, your chorus, even if it's just a nice little bar you threw in there. I fuck with that.
Mm-hmm.
Not every line has to be,
a
storytelling.
hard hitter, one-liner.
Yeah, it can just be a little, little joke.
Yeah.
A little funny thing to throw in.
For sure. But this whole song, the production is kind of goes in line with the song, because at the beginning he's like, one day you'll know how it feels, and the beat is singing that, whatever sample they found, and the main sample that's used for the song is saying love is a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another song on the album called Dogs Don't Lie, where he's talking a lot about, kind of some of the same things as far as, inner sex dynamics. The line from that song is like, boys lie, girls lie, dogs don't lie when they fuck.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
But I think the crux of the climax, if you will, of this song is the very end, where he's talking about, you say you want a dude that's gonna pay that rent, don't cook, don't clean, 'cause you ain't no maid, don't serve no dude, 'cause you ain't no slave. What if they call you a bitch and you look at me and I say, Trick, I am not your security? What would you think? And that's just a crazy little scheme to put in there, because it really makes you think, because the modern way of a woman is that sort of, I don't have to do things in a relationship. I don't have to, do what I'm supposed to because I'm a woman. And
that's
that line
real,
just shows.
But also,
that line just shows that men are kind of in that.
Yeah.
Have those expectations too.
Yeah.
Of like, paycheck, you gotta be rich, but really the main part of that is, a girl's basically wanting you to fight another dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, Trick, I am not security.
Mm-hmm.
That's disrespectful as fuck. That's a bad thing to say to someone that you're dating. But it is kind of like, dude shouldn't have to be put in that position where they're just expected to be the man, the protector figure, So,
especially physically,
Yeah.
Because even then it's like, is that necessarily a solution?
Right. But I just think he's a really smart rapper. I think a lot of the stuff he says is really cool. I think this is the album that I would recommend to people if they were just starting to
I was
get
going to say,
into
you're
this
going to
guy.
have to recommend some shit to
Because
me,
he has shit before that
I
that's
fuck with
good.
this.
And he has a couple popular songs, but I think this is the one where he really put it together. And let me see.
And he cooked.
There's definitely more that I want to say about this, but I can't think of anything.
Nah, I fucked with that heavy.
The last thing I'll say is there's this, it's called a post-chorus on Genius.
Mm-hmm.
But just the part where the beat kind of strips back and he's like, I know you in high demand, but you working hard to find a man. You know, just little melodic shit.
I love when people do shit like that.
I like
love a
when
little
it's done
outro.
Because I feel like it can be hit or miss for me as far as you know.
Yeah. I like when it's just like a good sample, though.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's when it works the best. Not like play it out too much. You know, this is hip hop, not jazz. But
for sure,
a good little cut from your sample or something like that. That just is a good like closing point. I was listening to Anderson .Paak the other day, and he does that a lot.
Oh yeah,
he'll do that on most songs, but I fuck with it. There's one that's like a quote from Red Fox, and he's like, you know, it's him older in an interview, and he's like, yeah, I didn't realize how like big I was, and then my godson was telling me, you know, about it, and he was like, I didn't know. I didn't know I was that big.
That's crazy to think about it.
In the game. Yeah.
I think Anderson .Paak and IDK have worked, and if they haven't,
be cool.
I feel like that would be a perfect pairing.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact he's worked with a lot of like R&B guys as well as rap guys. Because he's had like on that album I was talking about, he had like Lucky Day, and he had like
that's cool.
You know, a few modern age type of guys like that.
Yeah.
Moving on. So, this is something I want to bring up too. So, welcome to Louis' sports corner. So, the Detroit Pistons have made a deal with Wingstop.
Interesting.
I don't know if you've heard about this, but this is definitely a big meme. And so the deal with Wingstop is when Detroit wins a game, you can come in and that day you get like 5 boneless wings or something like that for free. Good ass deal.
I've never even had Wingstop. I would go to Wingstop just for that.
Detroit Pistons have lost 30 games in a row, which is the longest losing streak like in NBA history.
Are you about to tell me you think it's a conspiracy? And that they're just not gonna pay out, so they told those motherfuckers, you better go out there and lose, goddammit.
I will say that it is kind of wild that they've lost 30 games in a row because they have some decent players on their team.
Just one, it would have still been bad.
They're not just like a bunch of bums, bro. That's what I'm saying. And in the NBA, anybody can win on any given night. It doesn't matter if you're, you know, the best fucking team in the NBA. There's fucking 82 games in the season.
Literally.
Motherfuckers are going to drop some. They're going to pull up to your crib hungover and fucking not locked in. And you can just have some random schmo off the bench score 30 points. And you can win a game that way. Hasn't happened for fucking 30 times. But that has changed. Detroit snapped that winning streak the other day against the Toronto Raptors, and motherfuckers getting Wingstop. Motherfuckers got Wingstop. But
let's do it again.
But isn't that crazy? Just like that type of deal.
Yeah.
I wonder.
See, that's some old school advertising shit. you know?
For sure.
Like, I feel like that used to be kind of more common.
Yeah.
Especially at your, like, chains.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh. For sure.
I think it's hilarious. We got the, what's the fucking special thing they got at fucking McDonald's right now?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Shamrock shake.
When the fuck
I
is
don't
St.
know.
Patrick's Day?
I'll tell you what, I definitely don't know what day St. Patrick's Day is on. I think it's either in February or March, but I'm not even sure.
I think it's March.
Is the McChicken back? Is the McRib back?
I thought the McRib was back for a bit right now. That's right.
Is that what it is?
We got the Kerwin Frost box.
What is
Who the
that?
fuck is Kerwin Frost? Now I gotta look that up.
I literally have never heard that name before in my life. It's probably like a K-pop person or like a fucking TikTok girl.
I like that the first thing besides his Instagram page is
It's a dude?
why is he famous?
It's a dude?
Founder of the Spaghetti Boys.
What the fuck is the Spaghetti Boys? I have never heard of this dude in my life.
So it also seems like this man has gotten into the fashion industry. Yeah, they've released clothing collaborations with Nike, Off-White, Heron Preston, Sprayground. Let's look up Spaghetti Boys. The Spaghetti Boys. Not Spaghetti Factory. Boys. What the actual fuck? Do you ever hear something that just sounds fake? What the fuck? Oh, thank you, Wikipedia. Always there to answer my questions.
Goated.
DJ, talk show host, and comedian. Rose are prominent in Soho streetwear scene. Active since 2015.
I'm so glad you brought up McDonald's because I would have fucking forgotten about this if you hadn't.
Please. So, the Spaghetti Boys is a collective of artists, DJs, and content creators. And
I hate that fucking word, content creator.
And they've done a lot of fashion collaborations.
Content is an annoying word to me. Content creators.
In 2019, he was on the lineup at Post Malone's Posty Fest.
Wow. So he's big. He's big time.
Let's see what else. He worked with Kanye to create 3 video content pieces for the West Wyoming listening party, his Kids See Ghosts listening party, and the Kardashian Jenner West Christmas party.
Can we talk about
what the fuck?
The McDonald's meals for a second?
Yes.
So they started off.
I gotta see if the McRib's back.
They did the Travis Scott meal.
Yeah, they did.
And then they did the BTS meal. And both those meals were very successful, you know, partially because it was a meme thing, but also it was just, it was a meme thing. People just fucking like to go and get the Travis Scott meal. But after that, they did, like, the Cardi B and Offset meal.
That one was even weirder, honestly.
Which is a step down from, I feel like, the other names we named. And now they're just doing it with anybody because it's
some
bringing
random
money
schmo.
into McDonald's.
Also, the McRib was back in November.
Came and went,
I think.
Damn. Somebody gotta tell me about these things, man. If you are my
Let's
friend,
go to McDonald's after this and see if they still got a McRib hiding in there.
In the back.
Yeah. Because I imagine it just comes in like a vacuum sealed bag.
Do you have any McRibs left? That would be geeked. So
that would be wild.
Did I ever tell you about my McDonald's story over there?
I like the one over here, dude.
If I did, I'm gonna recant it.
They're
again
the
for
best.
I'm gonna recant it again for the podcast.
I like it because every time I've gone in there, peak efficiency. The manager, who I have no doubt is probably autistic, on his shit, was wearing his little white fucking SpongeBob looking ass shirt with his little fucking tie and his glasses, and was walking around like checking on shit, taking care of people's orders personally. I was like, that's a baller right there.
So
he got this shit on lock.
So a few months ago, I think that was this year. Just thinking about it, it's been a long ass fucking year.
It has been a long ass fucking year.
Which makes me feel good because sometimes you have that feeling of like,
yeah, too quick.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like it was long ago at all. This year did not feel like that. But I was with Pierce a few months ago and we were going through the McDonald's drive-thru and we were arguing about stupid shit like we usually are, and for some reason we were talking about Lil Uzi.
Hell yeah.
And either I was trying to say that he was a good rapper or Pierce was trying to say that he was a bad rapper. But he was like, I'm going to ask the McDonald's worker to weigh in on this. And so we pull up to the window.
Perfect.
And Pierce is like, is Lil Uzi Vert a good rapper? And he was like, what? And he was like, is Lil Uzi Vert a good rapper? And he was standing there and he was thinking. And he was like, I'm gonna go with no.
That's just so...
No. That's not the end of the story. Right after that, he's like, hey, Louie, is that you? And I'm like, wait. What? And I was like, hey, man. And he was like, I think we went to middle school together.
Whoa. And
it was this dude named Shisung who used to be a homie in fucking high school.
Yeah.
No, middle school. Middle school.
Way back.
So fucking 1,000 years ago. Louisville's such a small town. But really isn't that a strange interaction?
That is an absolutely
Have you ever
strange
had
interaction.
An interaction like that in a McDonald's drive-thru?
I would have been.
I bet you haven't.
That'd be a little embarrassing almost, like a little awkward, a little tension. Because it's just like, already you've had the, is Little Uzi Vert good?
Yes.
Jarring question to get while you're at work. In the drive-thru, nonetheless, so there's like pressure. You gotta answer quickly, keep the line moving.
I didn't even think about that.
And then the dude was like, "Wait a minute."
It was weird, probably weirder for him than it was for me.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Wait a minute, who are you?" Put the pieces together in his brain and was like, "Fuck, is that Louis from middle school?"
But yeah, it was crazy. He looked good.
I hate seeing people I recognize out in the world. I'm glad they don't recognize me most of the time.
Yeah, because you look very different.
Very different.
From,
it's intentional. That's why I grow my hair out and cut it all off every so often. Just because there's that big change up. And then people aren't gonna, Yeah. I could have met somebody in passing and had a negative interaction with them a few months ago. I can look completely different in that time.
I feel like motherfuckers recognize me.
Oh, you're a giant.
I still look different, I feel like.
You gotta be careful. You could have beef with somebody and not even know it.
I do.
Because you really do be making like ballsy moves when you're out, cutting the fucking lines left and right.
That was one.
And I'm thinking about that fucking dude at, where were we?
Fucking Merriweather.
Yeah, fucking Merriweather. And I'm just like, what if we go back there? And it's been months.
But
that same motherfucker's there.
But think about it.
Think about it.
I didn't even think about it. I didn't even put this together until right now. But sometimes you skip the line and you make a vital enemy. And sometimes you skip the line and you get a job offer.
Yeah. Life's just like that. It's crazy.
It's just a crapshoot, you know what I'm saying? That just means that we should all just operate how we're gonna operate. We shouldn't.
Just do it.
Fake.
Just go for it.
Just
only
go
live
for
once. Carpe diem and all that.
Just go for it. So speaking of McDonald's, this is what you triggered in my head before we went off on
that
several.
Still McDonald's related.
But the Travis Scott meal at McDonald's made me think of this. So, Travis Scott has shoes with Nike called the Cactus Jacks. And this guy named John McEnroe, who was a tennis star back in the day, he's collaborating with Nike, and so Cactus Jack and him are putting out a shoe together, basically. And there's a Zoom call that leaked.
Oh.
Where John McEnroe is trying to say that these shoes shouldn't be the Cactus Jacks. They should call them the Cactus Max.
What the fuck?
So this is like a leaked Zoom call of them fucking arguing about this. Travis Scott and John McEnroe on the Zoom call, and I'm gonna play that right now.
Damn it, Travis! Jenny's right. Okay, let's have a bit of a compromise here. Her suggestion is to do a Cactus Mac thing for this one shoe instead of Cactus Jack. Okay, let's.
But John, like, I mean, somebody on here got correct me wrong, but this is my first time hearing about this. Like, Cactus Mac was never a thing. Like, somebody.
Come on, man. Show a little respect. This is my shoe.
No, I mean, I'm not really feeling it. It's like.
I'm not even done with the audio, bro. We gotta.
This is
Cactus
so
Mac was never a
intense.
thing. Like, somebody.
Come on, man. Show a little respect. This is my shoe.
No, I mean, I'm not really, like, feeling it. It's like something about it just feel a little off. It's like a burger or something. Like, well, I ain't trying to take nothing away from you. I ain't trying to disrespect. I ain't trying to do nothing like that. I'm just, trust me, I know more about the knowledge of the shoe than probably anybody. But, like, right now, the young Rangers really the ones that's kind of pushing the needle for what's going on right now. I mean, you just got to trust me on this, bro.
Look. Take a look at this, okay? You see this picture?
Bro, I'm not trying to see no whole photos.
It's granted
Oh my god.
for being Nike's fire
John,
all these
look,
goddamn years,
Come
okay?
on, bro. Trying to take no, man. I ain't trying. Hey, look, where you going?
Oh my
Where you going?
god.
John laughed.
John.
Hey,
John.
Hey, Travis.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, hell no.
David. I think we got
What just happened?
I think we got to circle back.
Oh my god. And then
Oh my god,
using it.
to be the fucking Nike
Yeah.
assistant.
I was
that
about to
has
say,
to-
and then she had to be like, okay,
we're gonna
I'm
circle
professional.
back to this.
I gotta use professional language.
Unbelievable.
Damn.
But
Damn.
man, so
He was pissed. He hung up like a bitch.
damn it, Travis. Show some respect.
No, and then Travis is just called. He's like, man, I don't want to see no old pictures.
So
Roasted. He said, I mean, no disrespect, but he's like, you're old. He said,
that's basically
"No
what he
disrespect.
said.
You don't know what you're talking about.
That's basically what he said. And I do think that a lot of the young motherfuckers just don't know how to fucking talk to other people. Because saying... That was the wrong way to say it, I feel like. He basically
even
said,
better-
you're not moving the needle like
even
that. That's
better, he
basically
was
what he
like, "The Cactus Mac ain't even a thing." He said,
said. That sounded like a burger or
he
something.
said that sounded like a burger or something. He was like, fuck that
God
idea.
damn it, Travis. So here's the thing. I can laugh about this video all day. It's a great
Yeah,
fucking
I know.
video.
I'm gonna be showing people that shit.
Here's the question, though. Is it real or is it fake?
Is it a bit?
Because if
For
they have a
publicity?
shoe coming out and they need promotion for it, that seems like a great new
I'm
age
sure that's
way to
going
promote
all
it.
over social media.
But at the same time,
I could
That's-
see it happening.
that's kind of under the all publicity is good
Yeah.
publicity camp. But I don't know if that's necessarily true.
I agree with that because it's just we live in the day and age where the more shares it gets, the better it is for you. Like if you're worried about your image, different story. But if you're just trying to spread the word, not a bad way to do it.
I'll tell you what. I think it's real because of the video. I don't think they could have acted that. I don't think that could have been written in a script.
You
I
know there have
think-
been scenarios where you need to like record something inconspicuously. And
that's totally what it is.
Set your phone down. Wait for some shit to be said. Because it was definitely, you could already hear him. As soon as it starts, he's like, God damn it!
Yeah. Here's the first 1 second of the video.
God damn it, Travis.
So some shit was already going down
I-
in that Zoom call, and they were like, I need to capture this moment in time.
I am so glad that someone recorded this.
Oh,
I am
yeah.
so glad that
They did us a service. That is one of those perfect little clips. I'm waiting for that to like get like remixed, or just like for people to start using parts of that out of context.
So
Cactus Mac isn't even a thing.
so
like a burger or something.
So here's another thing. Who do you think was in the right in this situation? Because
Travis was a little out of pocket. Did not need to be
McEnroe
yelling.
McEnroe really wanted to be actually included in this collaboration. Otherwise, it's just a Travis Scott shoe.
Mm-hmm.
But also from Travis Scott's perspective, he's like, this is kind of my brand that I've raised up. And changing, doing a parody on the name of my brand is kind of fucked up.
I would agree.
So I can see it either way. I do think it was pretty immature the way McEnroe handled it.
Oh yeah.
Just
You're a grown
start
man. You don't need
cursing
to
at
be
him.
yelling, especially over a Zoom call. That's just even uglier.
You can't. That's fucking.
Like a meeting.
That's someone. I was saying that Travis probably needs some PR training. He definitely needs some PR training.
Yeah.
Not that this is PR.
But
You know what I mean?
you
But
gotta
having
be conscientious about that
communication
shit. If you're
skills-
if you're a
communication
fucking
skills,
celebrity.
Because if you want the things to be called Cactus Max,
You gotta present it.
you gotta fucking make the argument. You gotta
Yeah.
convince people that this is a fucking important thing that you want to do. And you can get that point across without saying, God damn it, Travis.
Yeah.
And fucking leaving in a huffy.
That
in a
feeds
tizzy.
into the whole like the louder someone is, the less they feel heard.
You know there's a ton of celebrity shit like that behind the scenes because they're all just fucking divas. Because
I'm sure that shit creates a mentality.
what Travis said is what everybody thinks of, you know. I'm the one pushing the culture forward, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. Old motherfuckers are moving the needle. That's how all celebrities think. They all think like
Yeah, they
they're
have the best
center
ideas.
of the earth.
Yeah.
You could be a washed up motherfucker. And you could still be.
They could be smug, yeah.
But yeah, craziness. Craziness. It's funny how that took a long ass time. And I still had other things that I kind of wanted to get to. But should we cut it there?
Anything short that we can squeeze in? Because I can give you like 10.
Okay. So,
I'm getting to the point where, like, I was gonna eat at home, but now I'm so hungry that the instant gratification monkey's gonna win. And I'm gonna hit up fucking McDonald's on the way home. Or tacos. Tacos would slap. What?
so this is a TikTok thing.
Oh, great.
And the more TikTok things that turn into huge segments in this show, the more I just kind of want to download TikTok, if only for content. But I don't want to get sucked into the bullshit. So I'll just continue to pick on the carcasses of things that have leaked to Twitter. So this person asked this TikTok girl to do acting for how MCU characters would react if they found out that you were hurting yourself.
What the fuck?
So Tony says, "Hey, we need to talk. This can't happen again." Peter Parker's like, "No, you're not alone. We'll figure it out, okay?" So,
see, they should have had him be like an old person.
So, every Avengers...
They imply Black Widow cuts.
I guess. So Loki is here now. And he says, "This is the last time I've seen you do something so foolish to yourself. Do you understand?"
There's just... This is so
it's a 2-minute long
wildly
video.
Dramatic.
It's a 2-minute long
for
video.
TikTok.
That's only half the video. Basically just kind of repeats. There's only so many ways you can fucking do the same thing. How do you feel about that?
A little disturbed.
A little disturbed? Why? Explain to me why you feel that.
It's like improv, but your topic is self-harm. Like, you got up on an improv stage, and we're like, "Give me a character." And we're like, "Marvel character."
Marvel characters.
And then they were like, "Give me a subject." And they were like, "You're telling your friend to stop cutting themselves." And you were like, "Fuck. Here we go."
So, here's why I think it's interesting. I have mixed feelings about it a little bit. Because I feel like the intention is somewhat pure.
Oh, I know the intention is good.
It's kind of nice, telling... Because your audience with that is really younger people.
And so you're making it approachable.
So having that message to kids, I think, is good. But I also do think it's a crazy piece of TikTok cringe.
Yeah.
And
in such a TikTok way.
And I have such a cringe factor in my body where I just need it.
Yeah,
I feed on it.
Yeah.
But like with the Loki.
Oh my god.
Why does Loki want to stop you from hurting yourself? He's the bad guy.
No, he's a good guy now.
He doesn't care what fucking happens to anybody. You know what I mean?
Well, like I said,
is he the good guy now?
Yeah, and like I said,
Loki's a good guy.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they've been doing this shit so long, they gotta adjust.
Every time I hear new things about Marvel, I just hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
It hurts me.
Like I said, they just had to change something.
You know how many subjects times that Loki's been the subject of being like, oh, I'm the bad guy in those movies. Literally like 5 times. In 5 different movies. Because in every Thor movie, he's a bad guy to some degree.
Somewhat. At least not the best guy.
Yeah. And in Avengers, he's the bad guy. He's the main bad guy. So, for him to be grabbing her hand and be like, this is not a solution.
Yeah.
It's like, why? And another why with this video is like, why do the MCU characters even need to be involved? Like, there's only one time where they even make a reference to the characters, so it's just a strange fucking thing.
Literally. It barely seems any different.
Because Thor has a themed one where he's like, I have to take you to Asgard to show you how mighty you are. And everyone else just says...
some normal shit.
The question could have been, play Joe and tell your friend to not hurt themselves, and it would have been the exact same thing.
Like I said, that's why it gave, like, improv, where you're literally just like, give me a setting, give me a character, give me an event.
Do people do a lot of serious improv, do you think? Because I feel like a lot of
usually
times it's like comedic.
It depends on what people give you, because, like, if you're doing it off of, like, crowd play.
Because this would be a really weird one to do.
Oh my god, it would be insane.
Because it's fine to do it behind the camera. You know
for,
what I mean?
For 2 minutes.
Yeah. Imagine standing in front of a room of people and fucking delivering that.
Even worse, there's no
for
costume.
2 minutes. Yeah.
You know? I think part of that, too, is that...
What if you did that live
have the
with
music
costume changes?
Oh my god. What's worse is that they have the music over it. So it's not...
music is hilarious.
So it's not like even you can hear them acting. You just see them mouthing shit as words show up on the screen.
What I can imagine...
And just the sad look on their face and the head shaking.
No. Just being pitied.
Yeah. TikTok's just cringe. I think that's just really it. It's like the one clip of this girl, and she's like, I hate being autistic. And now there's, like, people who have made that into a meme, and they're like, it's a skills issue. They're like, make them scared. Because it's just like, if you're just going to go to social media and put up sensitive subjects, you might need to find better places to have those conversations.
But I don't know if those places exist. You know.
There's groups online for, like, specific stuff. If you want to share, like, positive energy with people,
but
send it towards where those people actually are.
Does that get across to the people that really need them, though? You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Like we said, we got the intention. It's just maybe the
I do think that probably doesn't fucking help anybody.
Yeah.
Who's seeing that and be like, you know what?
Today's the day.
Loki would be disappointed in me, so I'm gonna stop doing it. That is kind of wild. All right, we should cut.
That is cringe. That sentence right there is just cringe. I think we should cut it there.
Yeah.
All right, first episode of the new year. We'll be back next week, and then on a break for maybe 3 weeks. And then back in the new studio. So.
Yep.
That's all the time we have for this episode. We'll be back next Thursday.
Yo.
You're